cold, and I was to take the dogs out this morning. Well, I only have one of them, and it was 21 degrees, and I'm sitting up there. You know how you just wake up and you just throw something on right quick. I just threw something on to get her out the house to make sure she used the restroom. And I went out there and my whole face got so cold. I don't know what is going on with this weather, but man, oh man, I was like, ooh, it is freezing. For those of you guys who are in other parts of the states and y'all under snow, you know, I'm from New York, and I understood when I was younger, but now I don't I don't know how y'all do it. I don't think I could take it that cold. I think I would have to stay home and be like the other people. I think I got real southernized as I moved down here. And my uncle called me yesterday, and he's in Florida, and he was saying it was 50 degrees. He was sitting up there with a light jacket on going to work. I said, wow, you just know how the weather works, right? So I hope you guys are staying warm. I hope you guys are, getting your stuff done, get some of your work done, living out your goals and dreams. This is the Inspiration in 30. My name is Gloria Ward. For everybody who's new, this is the time where we get together and just encourage each other and give out a little inspiration so that you can actually have a good day as you go into work or log into work or whatever it is that you have to do today. And one of the things that I wanted to say to you guys is I want to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart for helping the launch of Becoming Truly You become very successful. Let me tell you guys what happened yesterday. So, we decided to do a promotion where we give the digital version of the book away for free for everyone who download it, right? And and when we did that, you guys saw the emails and everything to go download the book. The reason why we also did it is because as a first time author, what happens is that reviews on Amazon and all those things are so important. So we were like, okay, let's give away the digital version. All those who pre-ordered, they still will get their copy. They would get their autographed copy, while Amazon is actually printing the books and doing all the stuff that they're doing. You can get started reading the digital version, and we can discuss inside of our mini course or anything like that. Hey, Rose. And so that's what we decided to do. And can I tell you guys how y'all show so much love and just grace and everything. Like, I am so happy. I am so happy. When we first started the journey, we were 952 inside of the self-help category. In self-help motivation, we were like 1,759 when we first started. By the time we got finished, we were number three. We were number three, and we were number six. So we went from being down in the thousands and down in the 900s to being number three and number six. And that is all because you guys downloaded it, told your friends to download it, and everything. And I am so grateful and thankful for each and every one of you for that. And what I want you guys to know is that the reason why I do things like this is because I want you to see what's possible. Okay? None of the stuff that I am doing is something that is outside of me. That is something that you can't do. That is something that, that is not achievable, right? What my goal is to show you through example just how powerful you are and just how powerful you can be and just how much you know when you think you don't know, right? And if you make a decision to live life on your terms, just how much you can actually get accomplished. Hey, Kim. Hey, Janie. Hey, Ebony. Thank you guys for everything yesterday, right? So one of the things that I did and wanted to bring up was this. I was looking at not only the comments, because some of them post like a couple of days, they tell you it takes a couple of days, but I was also looking at some of the assessments that you guys took when on the website. And one of the things that I discovered was just how much most of you, if not all of you, are saying to yourself, Gloria, you know what? I want to go ahead and do better. I want to be able to live my life differently. And I know it's there. I go to my 9 to 5. I'm that server, that chauffeur, that project manager, that pastor, that stay at home mom, that retired person. And I know that there's more in me, right? And I know I can do better. And yes, I made a lot of mistakes in my life, but I know that I can get it right. And when I was reading those assessments and looking at the comments and everything, I just said to myself, I said, you know what? This is why it is so important that this platform not only exists, but you also get to see an example that is possible. And let me tell you why. Most of us, when we follow other people and we see people who accomplish things, we believe that they're up here and we're here. Like they have the money, they have the talent, they have all these things, right? And it discourages us because we say, well, how can we get started? And, we don't really have the proper tools. Let me tell you, it doesn't matter where you start. That's why my topic for today is about removing distractions, okay? It doesn't matter where you start, it doesn't matter where you are in life. The only thing that matters is if you are consistent and dedicated to what it is that you want. I don't care if you were laid off. I don't care if you feel like you had a bad break in life. I don't care if he left you, she left you. Everything is just topsy turvy right now. You can always come back. Our problem is, and this is something that nobody teaches you because this is something you have to experience. Our problem is that when we do decide that we're going to take the journey, stay in the course is the issue. We get too distracted on things, right? We say to ourselves, oh, I need to make sure I help my friend, and I gotta help my family. I gotta do all these things. And I wrote down something that my grandmother used to say all the time, and it only comes up when I'm having a conversation with people. And I wrote it down when I was doing my inspiration in 30. She said, honey, she used to say to me all the time, honey, don't swim across the ocean to be good to someone who won't jump across a puddle to be good to you. Let me read that to you again. Don't swim across the ocean to be good to someone who won't jump across a puddle to be good to you. We gotta be able to stop fighting battles that don't matter. Why? Because the older we get, the more we start to realize just how precious life is. The older we get, the more that we start to see that time is not working for us like it used to be, right? The older we get, the more we realize that it is time for us to figure out what we want to do and how we want to do it and make it happen. If the people in our lives right now are not helping us move towards where we're going, then we don't need those people. The example that you guys showed yesterday was the example that I talk about all the time. When you actually are consistent and you believe in yourself and you have faith, people will show up for you. And you guys showed up and showed out. Those people might not be your family. Those people might not be the friends that you are holding on to. They are going to be people that God put there who is supposed to be there to show up for you. Think about it. Think about it. Yesterday, all of you guys who said, "Okay, well, what we got to do, Gloria?" Okay, I go on Amazon, I download it, I do all this. It's like most of y'all I haven't even seen in person. Some of y'all I hug every day. But check this out. When you start to take this journey and you start to live the life you want, remember, when you run in that race, there's always going to be people along the way to help push you, encourage you, and do all of those things to help you get to the finish line. But you got to start running. Stop worrying about who who's going to talk about you and who's going to like you when you don't know what they're going to, think. Now that you on this path, who cares? Who cares? Those are just distractions, right? I tell y'all all the time about my family, right? Uh, about one of my aunts. My aunt, I love her, y'all. I do. I do. I love her to death. I just don't. Well, I do know what it is. I was about to say I just don't know what it is, but um, with all of the hype that was going on social media, you know, she uh, she said, there you go again, there you go again. Let me, go ahead and figure out how to download this book so I can see exactly what you talking about and what you saying. And if you saying something wrong about anybody in this family, oh, best believe I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say something about it. Now, mind you, this is not a phone call. This is not a text. You saying this on social media, right? And I'm saying to myself, I'm like, okay, all right. If that's how you feel, I don't have to take that bait and fight that battle to sit up here and convince you that my story is my story. I don't have to sit up here and try to prove to you that what I'm doing is for me. And I damn sure don't owe you anything, right? Because they do watch. I damn sure don't owe you anything where I have to go ahead and compromise myself, my work, and my journey, right? I don't have to do that. I don't have to sit up here and take another thing where I have to convince you to understand who I am. I don't need to do that. Because if you don't get it now, if you don't understand who I am and the journey that I'm on, you will never get it. And that's what I'm trying to say to you. There will be people who you love dearly, who you want to be in your corner, who you guys were cool, everything was great. And all of a sudden things started to change. And now they sitting up there and they telling you, well, well, what makes you better? And how come you gonna sit up here and feel like you can do this? And that little dream that you have, come on, girl, you know you too old. You can't be going out there doing that. I mean, you probably only doing it because you alone and you by yourself anyway. It ain't like that it ain't like you um had these aspirations before. I remember when you was really out there and hanging out and doing all that stuff, and now all of a sudden you done changed. Now all of a sudden this person who decided to embrace this women empowerment thing, and you on this journey to doing whatever it is that you're doing. Let's go ahead and see how long that lasts, because the other stuff that you did ain't last long. Your ass couldn't even keep the New Year's resolution you had. You've been losing weight for 20 years and you ain't do nothing. You get what I'm saying? And if they don't say it to your face, trust me, they saying it behind your back. And what I'm telling you is, don't take the bait. Don't take the bait. Don't let those distractions of what people are saying on what they're doing, even if they at your job and they trying to sabotage you, don't take the bait. When they say little nasty stuff to you, don't do it. Because the moment that you do it is the moment that you stepping in, fighting a battle that is not yours. Understand me. And what you realize when you think back, right? When you think back, when you actually took the bait and you stepped out there and you fought a battle that wasn't yours, you lost. You lost, right? Because you let your ego, you let your emotions, you let all of that get the best of you. And what the person or people or situation or atmosphere was doing was manipulating you, because they know where you going. They know that you are powerful. And the biggest thing that they know is that they see your light, and they know that if they can dim it somehow, they will, because they want you to be in the same situation that they in, down in that nasty gutter, trying to figure out how they're going to pull themselves out. But because you understand and you know and just have a little bit of faith of who you are, the light that they see around you, they're trying to take it from you, because misery loves company. And what I want to tell you is, don't get distracted by that shit, right? Don't get distracted by that. Don't run out and try to save somebody who you've been saving over and over again, and giving them money and helping them move and taking care of the kids, giving them time to go ahead and find a job, and they living in your house, and you giving them food, you doing all this, you putting your everything into it. And they sit up there and they tell you what they want and what they're going to do, right? I remember some time ago, and I know he's listening, my brother, he was having a hard time in life, right? And he went to go uh stay with my aunt, and he's older than me, he's my older brother. And then he called me and he said, he said, Gloria, I'm having a hard time or whatever, when COVID hit, right? And he said, I need somewhere, to stay for a little bit. I said, well, I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment with 2 dogs, you know, and I like to, have company here and there. It ain't gonna work out, right? So then, of course, that caused a rift, where you call around the family like, oh my God, she don't want me to stay, and I got this and that, and I'm like, no. You know what has to happen? Because if I run out there, and we do this in family a lot, if I run out there and try to save you and bring you in and do all that, first of all, you have no expiration date. You have no date in which you leaving. And whatever it is that you're going to tell me, I'm going to be sitting up here going to work every day, busting my ass to make sure that I keep everything I got going on. And here you are watching Netflix, eating my food, talking about you waiting on unemployment. I can't live like that. My life is not like that. That's not the journey that I'm on. And when you set a boundary and you say no, oh my God. Oh my God. You get all of the we family and how come you, and I can't believe, and mama would have wanted this. You know how they throw the family in there, and we need to stick together, do all that, right? That is called manipulation. And the only reason why I'm talking so candid like that, I like this to you guys, is because the journey that you on right now, you can't be manipulated. You need to see the signs and set those boundaries. The journey that you on right now, you got to understand that the spiritual part of it is going to pull on your heartstrings. Honey, people are going to come out the woodworks, old boyfriends, family members, all those people to trigger your loneliness, to trigger your sense of love, to do all of that. But those are distractions. I'm telling you. Those are distractions. The people at your job who try to sabotage you or don't give you information or always giving you an attitude. Those things that we go through when we are on this journey, we got to be aware of. Because when I was reading those assessments, it's like, damn, Gloria, I'm working at this restaurant. I get a 15-minute break. Then I got to go back. I got to do a 12-hour shift. It's COVID. There's nobody who's really here. I'm not making that much money. I can't pay my bills. And I'm like, honey, everything that you thinking about right now, all of that is a distraction. What we need to focus on is where we're going. Who do you want to become? Where you want to be? What things are you working on while it's slow at that restaurant? What the hell are you reading on your 15-minute break to keep yourself together? We know that you need to get that money. We know that you need to get that check. But what else? What else? How are you healing? Right? When you start to get on this journey and people start to leave you and you see that it's lonely at the top, because it is, and that is no myth, watch them text messages start to come through. Watch people start to come out the woodworks and say, oh man, I saw your video on Facebook where you actually working out. Man, you starting to look good. Oh man, I saw your video when you were talking on Instagram and you took your picture. Wow, I think you really look nice. Can we go out? Can we go get a drink? Can I call you later? Oh, it happens. It happens. Because see, when people see that you are doing good and that you made a decision to move your life in the direction of where you want to go, oh, who she thinks she is? Or let me see if I could jump on that ride with her. And not in a positive way. If you think about it, the language that starts out is, "Ah, man, I always knew you would be the person that would do XYZ. You always had it in you back then, and you was always that one with the loud mouth and being that rebel and being that person. So I congratulate you. We need to get up sometime and see if we can talk, because I too got something going on that you might can help me with. I can't, I'm sorry. I can't take on anything else right now because my plate is full just trying to figure out where the hell I'm going." You get it? You get it? But that's what happens, right? The crushing thing is when you are on the verge of change and your kids see the change. Some of them support you, some of them don't, because they want their old mama. They want the ways in which they were getting everything that they wanted. They don't want this new lady who's sitting up here setting boundaries and saying, I have to cook for myself, giving me all these chores and making me be responsible, right? They don't want that. They want the lady who they could sit and manipulate and be like, all I got to do is speak to mommy, and mommy will help me get through this. Mommy will give me the money, right? Because that's what we do. Because that's what we do, right? But what I want you to understand and know, that the distractions that are there, the distractions that come up that makes you second guess yourself, that makes you think, are you on the right track? That put things in your head that's saying, this is not working out. I don't know what I'm going to do. The biggest time I try, it never works out for me. Those things, those are the distractions that we tell ourselves that we have to battle, right? Every time I try to get myself on track, something always come out the woodworks to try to stop me. Somebody gets sick, somebody dying, somebody got something to say. Don't listen. Don't pay attention. Turn your attention the other way and just know the journey that I'm on, I know that the biggest person that I got to battle is myself. And because I got to battle myself, I ain't got time to be worrying about what other people think, what other people are going to say. Somebody's, problem is not my sense of urgency. I do not have to pick up and run and go save somebody who I know won't even be there for me. If they don't understand me, they just don't understand me. They just don't get it. And I'm okay with that. I understand that life is short. And because life is short, I'm going to ride this thing out doing what I want to do and what I was put here to do. And even if I don't know what that is, I think I'll be happy spending my life trying to figure that out by having different experiences. I believe if I'm able to sit here and do things that make me feel good, that make me feel happy, that eventually it will come and I will figure that out. But the only way that I can do that is if I block out all of this other stuff that's going on. Because the most important in this whole equation is me. I gotta fix me. I got to figure out what's best for me, because what's best for me is what's best for them. What's best for me is what's best for my family. Me being able to take control of me and this, I could pour in so much positivity and love and encouragement and everything into my family, into my friends. And if they don't accept it, then that's okay too. Right? Don't let people dim your light. The journey is too sensitive right now, where it's easy for you to get distracted. Can you hear me? Because right now you got to constantly make a decision to be somebody different. You constantly have to make a decision to become the person you want to be. And right now it's too fragile where you can go back. Stay focused. Understand the season that you're in. Embrace it, acknowledge it, accept it, love it. Because at the end of the day, the season is going to change. Everything has a season. Okay? So don't get distracted. Stop fighting battles that don't matter. Those battles are only there to take you off course. They're only there to take you off course. Because misery loves company. Okay? Misery loves company. So that's what I got for you, ladies. Today, I want you to be aware when y'all on your meetings or y'all go to work and those people come to you and they giving you all that rah-rah and being mean and nasty and all that. Don't dim your light for them. Let them go on. Do what you can. And then turn around and work on what it is that you want and where you going. And if you mess up, that's okay. If you can't, if you can't hold it back and you have to say something, think of what the outcome is going to be. Don't think, don't let the outcome be that your ego will be fed. Don't let the outcome be that, you got them back. You getting revenge. If you have to stand up for yourself and you have to let people know who you are, which is totally fine. Let it be from a place where you are setting your boundary and you are letting them know what you won't tolerate. Don't be petty with them. Teach them how to treat you. Okay? I love you, ladies. That's all I got. Thank you so much again. I appreciate all of you. Amazon is delivering the books tomorrow. So all weekend, we're going to be getting these books out, signing them, doing all that stuff. We do have the Becoming Truly You mini course for those people who pre-ordered. We have our session tonight, but once the mini course is over, we're going to open it up to everyone where you can come in and we just going to do the work. We just going to do the work. I promise you. Okay. So I'll holler at you ladies tomorrow. If you need something, let me know. Send me a DM, a message, a text if you have my number, and I'll definitely respond. I'll see you. Bye.